All right, you guys, it's August 26th, 8 p.m. Central Time. I'm so excited for you guys to be here tonight. We appreciate you getting on tonight. I know that you're taking time away from your family and other priorities, so thank you so much. It does not go unnoticed when you guys show up to these calls, okay? So just a quick few announcements before I get into the meat of the call. We just want to welcome some of our newest coaches to both my team, Team Florida Fit, and Jess's team, Choose Joy. Paul, I'm not going to even try and say people's last name, you guys. So welcome Paul, Jake, Carla, Brittany, Emily, Ashley, Ann, Erica, Emily, Tristan, Cherie, Mallory, April, Melissa, and Shelly to our team or teams. We're so excited for you guys to be here. I love welcoming new coaches and seeing our teams grow. So if you're not on here and you're a brand new coach, welcome. I updated this earlier, so if you just signed up, that might be why you're not on here. So just a few announcements, you guys. If you did not see, and you guys also shout out your new coaches if they are on this call. Give them a little love in the chat, all right? If you did not see, they are doing promo codes again for the month of September, but the way that it's going to work is that if you use your promo codes this month, so everyone that is an active coach got 3 promo codes, okay, this month. If you use all 3 of those promo codes, you're going to get 3 more next month. If you only use 2, you're only going to get 2. If you use 0, you're going to get 0. So you guys use those promo codes. We still have, what's today? Today's the 26th. We still have until Saturday night. I'm looking at my calendar. Saturday night to sign people up, to get people using those promo codes. I have gone from helping 0 people to helping 5 people in one night. It is doable. It's just depending on what you're willing to do and how many people you're willing to talk to, right? So if you're sitting here saying, well, the month's already over, so there's no way that I'm going to be able to use it. Well, then, yeah, you're right, because you just told yourself you can't do it, okay? So, you know the saying, when you say you can't, you can't. When you say you can, right? Like, it's so true. You can do it if you choose to do it. If you don't use your promo codes, send them my way. I would love to have some extra promo codes to give to my people, but I want you guys to be using them, okay? So use your promo codes. Mark your calendars. Who is pumped for Pumpkin Spice Shakeology? Let me see in the chat who is like super excited for Pumpkin Spice Shakeology. No one is excited. Are y'all cray? Has anyone never had Pumpkin Spice Shakeology? You guys, it is amazing. It's so freaking good. Last year they sold out the first day, so it goes on sale on September 3rd for the United States, I believe, and Canada. Says launching on I got this information from the coach online office. So it says launching in Canada August 27th. So that's tomorrow. Maybe Canada gets it earlier. I'm jealous. If that's the case, go check your online office and make sure of that. But it says it launches in the US on September 3rd. So make sure, you guys, that you Shanice says I'm moving to Canada. Yeah, girl. I know last year, like I said, they sold out pretty quickly, and it's limited supply. So it is vegan for those of you who didn't get it last year. It's vegan. And it comes last year, and I'm assuming it's the same this year. It comes in a box of 15 packets. And I think you're only able to buy 5 boxes. My biggest mistake last year, you guys, was buying like 2 boxes. Because I don't want to be stuck with a bunch of Shakeology that I might not love because I had never tried it. You guys, I am buying 5 boxes. I'm making Tyler buy 5 boxes. I'm making my mom, my dad buy 5 boxes. Like, I'm going to load up on all the pumpkin spice Shakeology because I am obsessed. Pumpkin spice Shakeology pancakes are the best thing you'll ever eat in your life. Anyway, so make sure that you tell your clients about it, that you're telling your challenge groups about it, that you're talking to your coaches so that they know that they can order. Again, you guys, I know that they are trying, was it only 5 boxes per order? Yeah, like you were only able to order 5 boxes under your coach account. That's what it was last year. I don't know if it's going to be the same this year. Look in your FAQs. It's probably somewhere in there, or they will announce that at some point. So I don't know like full details, but that's how it was last year, and I'm just basing it off of what it was last year. As you know, that they made sure that they stocked extra because it sold out last year. Like they didn't expect it to do as well as it did last year. So they are anticipating it to be a big launch. So make sure that you get your Shakeology pumpkin spice in, okay? And then last few days, you guys, to earn your Jericho bobblehead. I know it seems a little silly, but it's fun to get these rewards, you guys. You can, if you've never hit Success Club before, if this is your very first month hitting Success Club, you just have to hit Success Club 5 and you earn it. If you've hit Success Club in the past, you have to hit Success Club 10 to earn that little bobblehead, okay? So make sure you are pushing for that. I'm gonna move the chat so I don't get distracted. So it's time to do a little bit of recognition. Jess can't be on the call tonight, you guys, but I wanted, she sent me your guys' rank advancement, so I wanted to shout you out. Christina hit Emerald last week, and Kelly and Jeff both hit Diamond, which is freaking amazing. Y'all give them some love in the chat. That is so awesome. So proud of you guys for making your businesses a diamond business. That is something that is not easy to do. It takes a lot of hard work to get there. So be proud of yourselves, you guys. So proud of you guys. And I want to shout out a few people on my team that have been just crushing it. Elaine hit her very first month in Success Starters this month, as well as Emerald. So she rank advanced her business. She hit Success Starters, which helps our team with elite purposes. And then my husband, although he doesn't know he did this, he hit Success Club for his second month in the row this month as well, which is getting him to Success Starters. So he's going for his free subway ticket, because it's in New Orleans and I'm going to make him come with me. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So shout out to them. And then all of these ladies officially locked in Success Club. My girl Kelly, Ashley, Christian, Tyler, Rebecca, and Elaine all locked in Success Club. An extra shout out to Kelly and Rebecca, because this is their very first month, and Elaine, but this is their very first month hitting Success Club. So I just wanted to give you guys an extra shout out. And then we've got some rising stars too. Trista helped her very first person as well, so I'm giving her a little extra shout out. And then all of the same people I just talked about. So if you are on my team, just a quick announcement before I get into the call. Make sure if you are here, you obviously are interested in building a business on social media, since that's the whole topic of tonight's call, right? If you have not added yourself to our Business Babes page, make sure you do that, you guys. I've posted about it in our team page, so go check that out. But I just want to make sure that you get involved in that. All right, so let me check the chat just to make sure. There is, yes. Oh, Ashley said, shout out to my girl Amanda for pushing in her third month of Success Starters. Whoop, whoop. Yay, so awesome. Awesome. Yes. All right, you guys. So I'm going to get into this call. All right, sorry, I'm just moving stuff around. All right, so I want to talk to you guys about social media. Obviously, you know that social media can be a huge tool, a huge asset to our businesses, but I think a lot of times we overthink a lot of things when it comes to social media, and I want to just kind of give you my top tips on how to grow your social media, what you can be doing to really like help your social media grow your business and grow your tribe and grow, you know, not just like hitting Success Club, but really grow your community on social media, because it is truly powerful when you have a tribe of women and men who come together and like, you know, I've been coaching for 5 years, and this past summit, like I met some girls that I had never met before other than on social media. And when we came together, it felt like I had known them for years. And it was because they were my people, like they were my kind of person, right? It wasn't just like a bunch of random strangers in a hotel that like no one knew each other, and it was like awkwardness because no one had like any similarities, right? Like they are your people. So I want to talk to you guys about how to do that in an authentic way, and also kind of just give you some tips when it comes to social media. So I'm going to play a little game with you guys. So this is going to be like more of an interactive call, and I'm actually going to go through like at the end, go through how, like we're going to walk you through what to do for like the last 20 minutes of this call, and we're going to kind of be a little bit more interactive than just like do this and do this and do this and then like go about your way. Okay, so true or false? I want you to put this in your little chat box right here. True or false? Do you need a huge following to see success If your following is small, no way you can help people. Put it in the comments, true or false. You need a huge following. Everyone's saying false, 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 false. Yes, you are right. Okay, so false. You do not need a huge following, you guys, to see success. If your following is small, you can still help people, okay? You can still help people. And I want to talk to you guys about this because I've actually had some of my coaches tell me, well, you have a big following, so you don't have any idea how hard it is to hit Success Club. Well, first of all, I didn't start with a big following. That's the number one thing to understand and know, okay? I started with 0, just like you. 5 years ago, I had no social media, like, knowledge other than, like, I would post stuff on Facebook for my family to see, but, like, I knew nothing about pictures. I knew nothing about Instagram. I knew nothing about, like, how to grow a social media following. I had friends on social media that, like, I personally knew, but I did not have a big social media following. I didn't go to school for it. So you do not need a huge social media following and just to be able to hit Success Club or to be able to rank advance your business. I want to show you guys this. This is actually very embarrassing. This was my old account when I first started coaching. Okay, look how awful these pictures are. Ah, so embarrassing. But guess what, you guys? I had 495 followers on that page. Want to know what I did? When I at 495 followers with these god-awful pictures, I hit diamond. Yeah, I hit diamond with all of this. It's awful. Like, I would never post something like this anymore. Because, like, look, it's like collages of my food with, like, bright words on it and, like, nothing of me. Like, if you look at this and then you look at this, it's very different, right? Like, look at this compared to this. Right? Like, completely different. But I still saw success. And it was because I was showing up very consistently and because I was showing up with passion and excitement for what I was doing. So, like, yeah, your pictures will get better over time. I'm not going to sit here and, like, go over how to make your pictures and your feed look gorgeous, because I honestly believe, like, yes, it is important to have good pictures. But at the same time, if you show up with passion, if you show up with excitement, if you show up consistently, it doesn't matter what picture you're posting. What matters is that you're doing it consistently and you're speaking to the people and people are seeing that you're excited about it, right? They see that passion, they see that purpose. And no, like, beautiful feed is going to do better than someone can have a gorgeous feed, but if they don't have the passion and the excitement and that fire within them, like, people are going to see and read right through that. Okay. So the reason why I'm sharing this with you guys is to, one, show you that, like, I started from the bottom, now I'm here, right? Like, I started from the way, way bottom and I had no idea what I was doing. And I made many, 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 many mistakes. And I have, done many, many trainings in terms of, like, going to YouTube and figuring it out on my own. I didn't have an upline or a coach that could help me with these things. I kind of learned on my own, and luckily for you guys, you have so much more. We have literally handed you, like, a silver platter full of, like, all these awesome trainings and tools. So just know that you have the tools you need to see success in your business. It is ultimately up to you. If you fail at this, it's because you didn't do the work. Okay, plain and simple, right? This is going to be a tough love call too, like, mixed in to social media, because it has everything to do with it, right? Like, I've gotten so many people like, I just can't grow my following. It's just so hard. And I'm like, yeah, because you're not doing the work, and you're making it harder than what it truly is, because it's not really that hard. I promise you, I've done it for the last 5 years. So wanted to show you guys that. So you don't need a huge following. You just need to show up with passion and excitement. Okay, so true or false? You need to be posting consistently every single day, at least once a day, in order to grow a successful business. True or false? You need to post consistently every single day. True, true, true. Are y'all saying true? I sure hope so. Okay. Yes, true, bro. Erin says true, bro. Yeah. You need to be posting every single day. Every single day. And I know that some of you guys are sitting here saying, well, I just don't have the time. I'm just too busy. And like, I've got life, Jesse. Like, I've got kids and I've got a dog and I've got this and I'm moving and I've got a wedding to plan and I've got work. Like, I can't do that. You guys, I did it. For the first year and a half, I worked 2 jobs, 60 to 70 hours a week, sometimes even more. Had a social life, had a boyfriend, had family, had friends, like had all the other things that you guys had. Don't have kids, but other than that, like I had all the things. And every other Beachbody coach has all the things, right? So if you're not showing up daily, you're never going to be able to grow your social media. Like, I'm going to be completely blunt and honest with you there, because the way that social media works, every platform of social media, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, the more consistent you are, the more they're going to put your stuff out there, right? Like, how many of you are friends with someone on Facebook that like never posts on social media? Like, literally probably has never posted other than like they put up a profile picture. Do you ever see their if they do post like once in a great blue moon, do you see their stuff very consistently? Probably not, right? Like, I know I'm friends with some people on Facebook, and I'm like, I didn't even know we were friends, because like I never see your stuff because you barely post, right? Which is fine. Like, it's not everyone's jam, but when you're growing a business on social media, you have to show up every single day, you guys. And if you're saying you're too busy and you don't have time, you are not managing your time properly. Plain and simple. You can very easily, and this is what I used to do, and I know Ashley used to do this too, when we both worked full time, you can easily create your content ahead of time, put it in your notes, copy paste throughout your day, like as you're posting, right? Like, you do not have to come up with something on the spot. I honestly think that's harder, and you spend more time trying to figure out what to say, versus if you sit down for an hour on a Sunday afternoon when the kids are going to bed, or you're just kind of winding down, you're not really doing much, like sitting down for an hour or even 30 minutes to craft out 3 to 4 posts can like truly save your life in this business. So craft out your posts ahead of time. Write down ideas. Start journaling, you guys. I know that seems so silly, but in the morning, if you have like a morning routine where you get up and you read personal development, journal for 5 minutes. A lot can come out. Like, stories can come out of your head that you don't even realize are like part of your story, right? But there should be no reason why you can't show up every day, even on the hard days, you guys. Even on the hard days, you need to show up, because on the days you don't show up is the day that girl who has been ghosting you for the last 8 months, who like is on your dream team, who told you over and over and over again that she wanted to do this, she's going to go to your page on the day that you don't show up, and she's going to say, I'm going to message Jessie. I'm going to message her because you know what? I hit my rock bottom and I really need this. She's going to go to your page and she's going to say, wait, Jessie's not here. Jessie's missing. Where's Jessie? I guess that Beachbody thing didn't really work, right? And then she's going to go on to someone else, except she's not going to say Jessie, because Jessie is showing up every single day no matter what, right? And when I say no matter what, you guys, this post was posted the day after I had a miscarriage. The day after I had a miscarriage. Did I feel like posting? No. Want to know what I felt like doing? Sitting in my bed and cry the whole time. But was that gonna help me? No, I did do that. I did. I posted it, and then I went and laid in my bed and cried. Yeah, I did. But I knew that I needed to show up anyway. Could I talk about what was going on? No. I said I was having a hard day. I said I was going through something, but I still showed up, because I know I've shown up through some shit. Like, I don't care what you are going through. I do not, like, I care what you're going through. I love you and I am here for you if you're going through some hard stuff. But you guys, moving and wedding planning and friends dying and being sick and your family sick, like, that's called life. And if you invested $25,000 into this business, or into a business, you would still have to show up for that business, right? Whether or not all the stuff was going on. Can you just not go to work because your dog dies? I mean, I'm sure that day you probably can skip out on a day, but like, you probably have to go the next day, right? You probably have to go, after losing a loved one, you'd probably have to eventually show up to work, or you won't get paid, or you'd get fired. Like, that's reality. And it's the same thing with this business. Your social media feed is your storefront. If you are not showing up every single day, your doors to your store are closed. And guess what happens? They will find someone else to go follow that is showing up every single day and is showing up even on the hard days. So yes, I show up no matter what. No matter what. It might not be a super inspirational post that day, okay? Luckily, I craft my content a lot ahead of time. But even if I didn't, I can go back and use content. That's my go-to thing. Like, I'll go reuse old content if I am having just like an awful day and I have nothing to say, or if I'm going through something. You guys, like, go back, scroll back, good content, go back and scroll back and reuse some content. Don't do that every week because people are going to see that. But if you do it every few weeks, like, that's totally fine. Or if you do it when you really are in a rough spot, totally fine. But you still need to show up. Like, showing up is better than just not showing up at all. Okay. You don't always have to be happy. You don't always have to be like, yay, my life is great, because that's not reality. Like, your life isn't going to be great all the time. So show up and share no matter what, because the days that you don't are the days that those people are going to be coming to look on your page. And then they're going to start following the people that are consistent, and they're going to be like, well, Jessie's been pretty consistent in showing up in her journey. So I think if she's like that in her journey, she's going to be like that with me in my journey, right? Like, if you think about it, I personally, like, no offense to my coach who has been MIA for the last 5 years, but like, I probably wouldn't sign up with my coach now if I knew how she was going to be. And again, like, I love her to death because she got me to sign up in the first place, but like, she was very inconsistent in posting, and she's like flaked, right? Like, she's gone. She is nowhere to be found in the Beachbody world, which again is fine. I know this isn't for everybody, but the point is that I knew nothing about Beachbody, right? Like, I knew nothing about Beachbody. I didn't know any other Beachbody coaches, which is why I signed up with her. But you have to think, what if those people that are following you, they might not be following other people. They might not know about other people, but they might. You have no idea. And not that you have to like compare yourself of like, oh, well, they're going to go work with someone else because they have a bigger following or whatever. You guys, I've had people tell me that they follow Ashley Molstead, who is like #1 coach, and they signed up with me because they related to me more, right? But it's because I showed up consistently. So you have to understand that you showing up consistently is the biggest key in this. If you do not show up consistently every single day, you might as well just get off the call and not listen to the rest of this, because none of this is going to pertain to you if you're not showing up consistently, right? Like, you can't grow your Instagram, you can't grow your Facebook, you can't grow your social media if you're not showing up every day, because the way that Instagram works is the more you show up, the more it gets put out there to the world, right? Which means the more people that see it, okay? So let's talk about your content. Make it clear what you can help someone with, not what they can help you with, right? So if you go on your feed, I want you to do like almost like a little social media audit of yourself. Maybe ask one of your fellow coach friends, like, hey, can you go audit my social media just for a few minutes? And when I say audit, I mean scroll for a few seconds. Don't read any posts. Can you tell what you do? If someone's from the outside looking in, can they see? Is it clear what you can help them with? Is it clear what you do, who you are, what you love, before they even read anything? Is it? If not, that's a problem, right? Because we're in this age where we're on our phones, right? We're scrolling. And if nothing catches our eye, or if we go to our pages and we're like, I don't really know I don't know what this girl does. I don't really know. I'm just going to move on, right? Like, they just move on super quick. But if they like something, if something catches their eye in terms of, maybe they see a dog and they are dog mom, or maybe they see a baby and they just had a baby, or maybe they see a before and after transformation and they want to lose weight. you've got to have something, right, that catches their attention in order for them to actually go in and read, right? They're not going to read it if they don't even know what it's about, right? And not that you have to like, again, don't go, if you go look at my old page, it was awful, but you know, it doesn't have to be like all of your food every second of the day, but like you have to share pieces and parts of your journey, not just a sweaty selfie and like no story behind that, right? So make it clear what you can help them with, not what they can help you with. Meaning, don't just be like, join my team, join my boot camp, join my team, join my boot camp. Yes, you should be talking about your boot camps and your team every day in your stories, some way, shape, or form. You should be giving them a call to action, meaning like vote on this poll, drop your email below, swipe up if you have that swipe up feature, comment below. Like you can do those things, but or make it more interactive too. Don't just be like every day, you want to join my boot camp? Click on this poll. You want to join my boot camp? Click on this poll. You want to join like, no, no. Okay, you guys, like get creative with it, but also remember, like, what can you help them with? Talk about those things, right? Do you suffer with depression and anxiety, and have you learned how to handle it? Talk about that. Ashley does a really good job of this, and I see Ashley, that's why I keep pointing her out. Ashley does a really good job of this, of like sharing mom tips, because she has a toddler or a baby who is going through teething right now and all the things, right? I'm not a mom, obviously, because I have no idea what any of that means, but like, you know, she talks about it and she shares those tips. If she finds a good baby product, she talks about it and she shares it. She is providing value for free to her followers so that they want to follow her, right? If you go to your page, would you follow you? Like for real, go look at your stuff and be like, would I follow me? Would I follow someone else like this? Because if not, that's a problem. If you wouldn't even follow you, if you get no value from what you're sharing, your followers are not getting any value either, okay? So make it clear what you can help them with, not what they can help you with. Are you providing value that's going to make people want to stick around? Does your feed show people who you are and help them get to know you? Or is it just selfies, right? Or, you know, like the sweaty selfie of like day 1 out of 100, got it done. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's like great every once in a while, but like that's not going to get people getting to know you. All right. So share your life. If you like, create your brand. If you don't want to share your family, like if you don't want to share your kids, don't share your kids. You don't have to share your kids if you don't want to, but then find another piece of you that you can share that's outside of health and fitness. Like if you look at my page, you obviously know that I'm married, right? Like I've got a wedding picture right there. If you scroll down a little bit, you see I have transformations, right? You see that I have gone through some stuff lately. You see I'm a part of a community. I like hanging out with a bunch of girls. They look like fun, right? I like to obviously work out. I've got pictures of my husband, right? Like I'm also a dog mom. You see dogs on my feed, right? So like you see that I am not just health and fitness, right? I obviously have a business because I'm posting business things, but I also share other things that have nothing to do with health and fitness. Okay, so let them get to know you. So I want you to give yourself a little social media audit tonight, tomorrow, or ask someone in your team, because you'll probably be a little bit easier on yourself than someone else. And you guys, I don't mind. Even if you're on Jess's team and you message me saying, hey, can you give me a quick social media audit? I'm literally going to scroll for like 2 seconds and be like, this is all I know about you from your feed, right? And maybe it will be a little bit like correct, but then you might be like, well, I'm also this, but I didn't know that from your feed, right? It's a little bit like of a eye-opening little exercise. So make sure that you do that, okay? So let's talk about that for a second. Before you post something, I want you to ask yourself, what is this post meant to be doing? Is it meant to educate someone? Is it meant to inspire someone? Is it meant to entertain them, right? You guys have to share your story. You have to share your story. And I personally believe you have to share every aspect of your story. This post when I talked about my miscarriage, which was probably one of the hardest things, you guys, that I've ever had to put out there. And I've shared a lot of stuff over the last 5 years. And I will tell you right now, that post was not any easier than my very first post as a coach. I literally wanted to throw up. I sent it to Ashley like 10 times because I was like, I don't even know if this sounds right. Like, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. You know, like I didn't know how to even put it into words because I didn't really understand it in my head. But I was like, I know that I need to share it because it's going to help someone else going through it. It got over 800 and something likes organically. It had like 300 comments, whatever, right? The post on the right, a before and after picture, which is fine, got like 50 something likes and like 2 comments, which again is fine. Like, don't want to discourage you and say everything has to be like super personal, but it just goes to show that like that post related to a lot more people than just my like day 12 results, right? But had I shared about my miscarriage, because that day 1 picture, I was super bloated because my body was healing, right? And this program started at the perfect time for me because it helped me get through that, right? Had I shared that story, I may have gotten more likes, but at the time I wasn't ready to share it. So that's fine. You're not doing it for the likes. You're not doing it for the comments, but you are doing it to connect with other people, right? And if a piece of your story can connect with someone else, like, I know it's scary to share, but my thought process of this has always been like, yeah, it's scary to share, but if I share it and it can help someone truly change their life, to me, it would be worth it. Maybe it's not worth it to you. Maybe we're in the wrong business. But for real, like if your story has that much power to help someone else truly change their life, why would you not share it? And you guys, you choose what you share. So if there's something that you're not wanting to share, don't share it. Or share pieces and parts that you're comfortable sharing. But I'm going to tell you right now, like, it's not going to be easy to put yourself out there. It's not going to be easy to share things that you struggle with, or to share the hard days, or to share even like stories from your past that might be hurtful or heartbreaking, right? But like, that is what's going to help you connect to someone else. The amount of women that I connected with, and you guys, guess what, you guys, none of them, I didn't like pitch anything to them. I didn't post this to like get likes and to make people feel bad for me or to make people like comment on stuff. No, I posted it because I knew that someone else was going through it, and I knew that I could connect to other women that were too going through it. And guess what? None of them have bought anything from Beachbody, which is totally fine. Like, that was not my intention at all. But I've made some really awesome friends through that post, because now I'm connected with other women who know exactly what I've gone through, who also have gone through it too. And we've been chatting just about life and what we've been dealing with. And it's really nice knowing that I'm not alone. So even if you're going through something really hard, I want to encourage you to kind of step outside that comfort zone and share it, because I promise you it could help not just them, but it could help you heal. It could help you work through it. Okay. So share your story, not just sweaty selfies. All right. So true or false, I need a third-party tool to grow my Instagram, or I have to spend hours a day in order for it to actually grow. Comment below if you think that you have to have a third-party tool to grow your Instagram. I just spilled water all over me. Literally spilled water all over me. It's fine though. Let's see what y'all are saying here. All right, let's see. False, false, false. Yes. Okay, so you guys, it is false. And I will be honest, I am very transparent. I did use a third-party company to grow my Instagram at one point, and I honestly regret that. So this was like last year. So first of all, I haven't really been focusing on my Instagram. My first 2.5 to almost 3 years of my business was primarily grown on Facebook. Okay, like majority of my business was grown on Facebook. I did have a business like page, or, like a business Facebook page. And I did invest in ads about year 2.5 in. Really when I went full time with it, I did start like investing in ads and stuff, but I don't do ads anymore. And I do not pay anyone to grow my Instagram anymore, because what I found was those third-party tools were, yes, like it was growing my Instagram. I used them for quite a few months, and I grew from like 6,000 followers. So I had 6,000 followers on my own. So I should have just known right then and there, like, you can do this by yourself. You don't need a third-party tool. But like my mindset was like, no, I need it because that's what everyone else was doing, right? And so I used them to grow up until like 12,000, okay? I'm at 17,000 right now. So I went from 12 to 17 on my own. So it can be done, okay? And what I found, you guys, those tools, like, yes, it's great that they can help you grow your Instagram, but they were not finding my people. And I have a lot of followers that are not my people, which makes my engagement suffer sometimes because they don't connect with me, which is my fault because I hired someone else to do it, okay? So I don't believe that you need that in order to grow your Instagram. I do think that you need to be consistent in your daily actions and you need to give it time. And it's like your Instagram or any type of social media following is like a little seed being planted. You have to water it each day, you guys. When you start your Instagram, you have to water it every single day. Pretend like you're in Louisiana. If you've never been here, it's hot as balls, okay? Hot as balls right now. All the people that are like, oh, it feels like fall outside. I'm like, no, it doesn't. It's hot. It's like 100 degrees, okay? We have to water our plants every single day, unless it's raining, in order for it to grow, okay? And it's the same with your Instagram. You have to water it every single day in order for it to grow, or it's not going to. So I want, and also about time with it, it doesn't take a lot of time if you do it intentionally. And this is where I'm going to talk to you now about it and give you kind of like a call to action. We're going to work through this together for the next 20 minutes. So now is the time that we're going to start to grow our Instagram. So what I do is, if you guys, I don't have my business activity tracker because I've been doing it virtually, but if you have a business activity tracker, actually I do have one, I think. Oh no, I don't. I gave them all to me late. Okay, so if you have your business activity tracker, on that business activity tracker, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, ask your coach what it is because you need to be doing it. It tells you to connect with people every day, right? It tells you to invite people every single day. So I want to talk to you guys about what I personally do to really connect with people on Instagram, engage with them. And it's called the 5-3-1 method. And you may have heard about it before, where you like 5 photos, you comment on 3, and then you follow that person. So that's what I've been doing over the last few months to really grow my Instagram. But I want to talk, because I know y'all are like, okay, well, that's great, but like, where do I find these people? And everyone says it's different things. I personally don't search it through hashtags. I know some coaches do. Some coaches have found really good success with like searching a hashtag and different groups of hashtags and, like if you're a teacher, like teacher hashtags and things like that, which is, I think, can be helpful. But I also think a lot of other coaches and a lot of other companies that are network marketing companies or whatever use very similar hashtags. So it's really hard to kind of get yourself and you still should use hashtags, which I'll talk about in a minute, but I'm talking about like how I personally find people to connect and engage and follow are not necessarily through hashtags. Okay. What I personally do is I go on to my Instagram and I will go to I really love to connect with local people, just because I love my city and I love being able to go meet up with someone locally or go grab coffee or whatever. So I will search like a local boutique that I shop at. Okay, I'll go to their Instagram and I'll basically see who is engaging on their stuff. I don't just go through their followers and follow a bunch of people because like some of those people might not even really be on Instagram. So what I do, for example, I'm just going to use this one. I don't even go to this one, but there's a boutique called Blink Boutiques in the New Orleans Metairie area. It's got 49,000 followers on it. Okay, so when I go to like one of their most recent posts, it only has 53 likes. Okay, which is fine, but I can go into those likes. So all I do is go and click on those likes. And then there's people in there. I don't just go follow all those people, all right? I go and look at their page. Yes, this takes time, you guys. What I do is I set a timer. The BAT, I think, tells you to connect for 20 minutes, I believe. I set a timer for 15 to 20 minutes. I set a timer and I do this for 15 to 20 minutes every single day. So I don't just go to their page, but I'm just giving you this example. So I'll go in and I'll look at this girl. Oh, she looks cute. Oh, I can't see her page. So I move on to the next one. There's a lot of people that have private pages, which is fine, but I want to be able to see their page. I want to be able to see like who they are, right? And what they do. Why are all these accounts private? Of course, because I'm trying to show you. Okay, so this girl's not private. So I click on this girl and I'm like, oh, like she has kids and she likes beer. I like beer, right? She's got dogs. She has stories, which I love to go watch their stories because then I can engage on their stories, right? So what I do is I go in and I click 5 photos. More of the recent photos, I don't look like a creeper going back to like 2012, you know, and then being like, why is this girl liking my post from 2012? But I go on like 5 photos that I connect with. So like I might not necessarily connect with her having a kid, but I can go like the photo of her having a beer. I can go like the 3 photos of her dog. I can go like she's a runner, you guys. So I can go like that. If they have stories, I watch them and I engage on them. So I'll do like the clappy hands if it's a quote, or like the little heart faces. If it's a oh, this light is hot. If it's a dog or, you know, a baby or something, or if they're like talking, I will like comment back like we are having a conversation. Like I don't care if this girl has never seen me before. I'm going to engage with them. Okay. I don't message them or anything like that, but unless we're like having a conversation through their Instagram stories, but I will engage on their Instagram stories. Okay. So what I do is I have 5 photos, 3 comments on photos, and like legitimate comments, not just like get it girl comments. Like if the running comment, I'd be like, oh my gosh, like awesome. I don't know what the post is about. So like I'd have to read the post, but I'd be like, oh, like if she's training for a marathon or a half marathon, like good luck. I've done 2 half marathons before. It was one of the hardest things I've ever done, but you've got this, right? Like so much better than like get it girl, right? Like it's more meaningful. So that's what I do. And then I move on. Okay. Move on. I write her name down. I do write her name down because I want to go and engage with her, build that relationship. And then I move on to the next people. Okay. And then I'll do that for either local boutiques. I search locations. So like there's a bar that we go to. It's like a outdoor, indoor bar area. It's not really a bar. I mean, it is a bar, but it's more like, it's not like New Orleans style bars. It's like a adult bar, like 30 and older bar. Okay. We go to it a lot with our friends. So like I'll go there, like I'll search in the top right hand corner of your Instagram. So if you go all the way to the top right, there's a thing called places. If you go and click on that, you can search, you guys, any place. If there's a restaurant that you go to a lot, you could search that. You could search your kids' school or a park that you bring your kids to, or I mean, think outside the box, right? Like it could literally be, you know what I did? I work Jazz Fest, which is a big festival here. I searched when I was at Jazz Fest. I searched Jazz Fest heritage and festivals, and I've connected with people that went to Jazz Fest, that tag Jazz Fest, right? Like it can literally be anything. If you are going to a fair, if you're going to on a vacation, like, and you're trying, like you're going to Florida and you search something wherever you're at in Florida, like you can connect with people there. So like this can be done anywhere. I think hashtags are helpful, but I think that you like searching location and you searching the things that the places you go, the things you love, the boutiques you shop at, that's a lot more personal because you're going to connect. That's you, right? That's you. That's the things that you love, the things that you do. So like, yes, you can search hashtags. And if you do that, I will say that make sure that your hashtags that you're using on your posts and that like you're searching and engaging with and all that are between 5,000 followers. So if you search, like if I search teacher life, okay, because I know we got some teachers on here. That teacher life with like a little apple by it has 331K posts, which was a decent, I mean, that's a lot, but like if you're looking to kind of narrow it down, you could put like kindergarten teacher. Again, I don't know how many that has. I'm just throwing stuff out there. But make sure it's not under 5,000, because if it's under 5,000, there's not going to be a lot of people using that. It's like you really won't be able to connect with too many people. So between 5,000 and I'd say 50K, no more than 50K. If you get into like the million, like you're going to be lost in that feed. Okay. And if you're using hashtags, which I do think you should still use them in your posts, and like you can go in and engage on those hashtags as well. Make sure you're changing them up. Don't use the same ones all over and over and over again. Like if you are a dog mom, have specific dog mom hashtags. Hashtag BarkBox, hashtag golden retriever, hashtag puppy life. I don't know. I'm just making up stuff. If you're a baby or you have 2 kids under 2, like hashtag 2 under 2, hashtag baseball mom if you're a baseball mom. You know, like it can be anything, but I think it's easier for me personally to go through my, like the places that I love and the things that I love versus hashtags. So that's just my suggestion. Like Ashley said, we just brought Morgs to the circus and connected with several people that tagged that circus. Yes, like if you go somewhere, do that. Like tag, and if you're like uncomfortable with like, I know some people are like, I don't want people knowing where I'm at like in that exact moment. Like Ashley, I know for a fact, didn't tag herself while she was there. She left, went home, and then tagged herself at the circus. Okay, so like if that's a concern of yours, like you can do that. You guys, I could tag myself right now in the UK if I really wanted to. Like I can literally, I don't have to be there. I can tag myself wherever I want. I can tag myself in Texas and I'm in Louisiana. So like you can tag yourself wherever you want. But that can connect you to other people. So I want you guys to do this every day, every single day. That when I say connect to 20 people, or on that BAT when it says connect with and engage with people, that's what you should be doing, right? You should be going in, and also don't forget about the people that are following you already. I don't care if you have 100 people. I would rather have a small Instagram of 100 people that love me, that engage with my stuff, that are interested in what I do and who I am, versus 17,000 who could care less about me, right? Like, no, I want a following of people that really are really interested in what I do and really engaging on my stuff. And what I've also found too, you guys, is that it's been super helpful because as I'm watching other people's stories and commenting on their stories and engaging with them, my following on my Instagram stories is engaging too. So that's something I do look for as well. Like those people that I go in and I like the 5-3-1 method, like 5 photos, comment on 1, or comment on 3, follow 1. They've seen me 9 times, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They've seen me 9 times in their feed, and they're like, oh, who is this girl? And if they go to my feed and they find something that they connect to me with, they're probably going to follow me, right? But again, some people might look and say, well, this girl isn't very active, so I'm not going to follow her. Like people that are following other people are usually pretty active on social media, right? They're not, if they see that you go MIA for weeks at a time, sorry, I was very thirsty. They're not going to want to follow you. So make sure that you're super consistent. I want to open it up to questions. And I know we had some questions in the chat that I probably missed. Let me see here. I have a hard time coming up with words like it coming from within. I feel like people are going to think that people are going to think that people will say, I wonder why she posted that. So you're not posting, Rachel, or is it Rochelle? Rochelle, Rachel, I think it's Rochelle, isn't it? Yeah, okay. You're not posting for the people that don't need to hear it. You're posting for the girl that does need to hear it, okay? So I want, like, if you guys' setback is caring about what people think, what about the girl that needs that needs to hear it? What about what she thinks? Because you're right now thinking about the people that are going to be judgy. And honestly, you've made that up in your own head. Because a lot of times, maybe the one person or 2 people that have made comments or like will make a comment about it, they're obviously not happy with their life. I personally don't go around being like, why did that girl post that? Like, I don't care what she posts. Like, why did she post? I don't care, right? Because I'm focusing on being a better me. I don't care what everyone else is doing around me, right? So, like, you have to understand that, one, you're not posting for anyone but the people who really need it. I know Ashley wants to say something. Go ahead, Ash.
Yeah, so kind of, I mean, I don't want to take away from what you were saying, but yeah, you're definitely posting for your people, not for everyone. But what I wanted to say was basically when Jesse was talking about engaging with people that are not your followers and why it's so important to show up every day on social media, guys, this is why it's so important for you not just to show up on social media, but talk about things outside of Beachbody. How many times have you had somebody comment on one of your posts and you go look at them and it's like one of those It Works girls that like spam their feed with It Works, right? And I say that because that happened to me today. As soon as I see that, I'm super turned off. I'm like, this girl is literally commenting on pictures of my baby so that she can sell me something, right? To where if I were to go to her feed and she would have a baby or a daughter, or she'd be decorating for a birthday party, because that's what I'm doing right now, I would be more likely to follow her. I'd want to see what she's about. I'd want to see who she is. It's still important that you do show the Beachbody side, that you show the business side, that you show the fitness side, but it's so much more important for you to sell yourself, right? I know that for me, like talking about breastfeeding is hard because if you're a mom, you understand this. Like those moms out there that are so pro breastfeeding, right? I hate it. Like I'm counting down the days till I can stop, right? But me making that post talking about that, that doesn't speak to those crazy moms that are like, you should be ashamed of yourself for wanting to quit. That speaks to the moms like me who feel so alone in this world because they don't love something that we're so fortunate to be able to do. You know, so yes, it's hard to share things that you feel like, oh my God, people are going to judge me for. They're going to think that I'm posting it with, you know, alternative reasons. But honestly, like if it comes from your heart, if it's part of your story, if it's part of you, like share it authentically. That's how you make these connections. Like I have made some really good friends outside of Beachbody, like in the mom community, right? Like I've met several babies that were born on the same day my daughter was, and I've never even spoken to them about Beachbody. Like it's just we're friends on social media, right? If it gets to that point where I feel like, girl, you're watching my stories and I keep talking about inviting, like, are you about that or what? I'm gonna invite them. I know somebody else asked that too. Like, when do you get to that point? Guys, your social media, and Jesse, stop me when you want to. I feel like I'm on fire right now.
You're fine.
Your social media is your storefront, right? Like if you sold shoes and somebody came into your store looking at a pair of red bottom shoes, wouldn't you walk up to them and say, hey, would you like me to get that in your size? Or, hey, are you going to an event and need a pair of red bottom shoes? If they are showing up on your social media, if they are liking, commenting, watching your stories, that is free game for you to say, hey girl, I saw you watching my stories and today I talked about this coaching opportunity. Just curious if you had any questions about it. That's not being salesy. That's not being icky. That's you saying, this is my business. This is my storefront and you've walked into it and I just want to make sure that you're not interested, or if you are, I can get you those details. And it's fine if they say that they're not. Like, don't be that person that's like, oh, but you should be. I literally send them a message and say, no problem, girl. I totally understand. I'll be here for you if you're ever ready. But I seriously just appreciate all the love and the support that you've been giving me lately. And I keep connecting with them because eventually they will come around. Eventually they'll say, okay, this girl isn't just posting on social media to sell me something, right? That's our jobs. Our job is not to sell Beachbody. Our job is to sell the lifestyle that we live, to show people that, like, this is who I am. I'm a mom. I stay at home with my baby. I work out, but I also have a life outside of fitness. So share that.
And then I know Allison just said, for me, do you unfollow after you follow if they don't follow back? So I was using a app to like figure all that out, like if they were following me back. I can't figure out how to know if they're following me back or not, like without that app. So I haven't really been able to unfollow a bunch of people, but I honestly, like, what I've been doing, the people that are like my like dream team people, like the people that I come across that are like, oh my gosh, this girl would be an amazing coach. Like she's just so cute, or she's a dog mom like me, or she's newlywed, like, you know, anyone like that that I think would be, that isn't already a coach or that already like doesn't look like they sell something. I just like I write down their name and I just really like love them. Like I'll go in and I'll comment on their stuff. I'll go in and I'll watch their stories and, you know, just really, really, really engage with them. And if I notice that they're not really reciprocating me, like they're not engaging with me a ton, after a few weeks, then like, yeah, I would probably go and follow those people. Does that help? I don't know if that helps. I know like I said, there was an app that I had been using called Cleaner or something like that, where it like shows you who's not following you back. I know there's other apps out there. I just know like Instagram is really like locking down on outside apps like that. So they're like shutting people's accounts down, which is another reason why you guys should probably not be using a third party tool. And like some people have had no issues with it, but I don't want to risk my Instagram being shut down. So that's my suggestion. In terms, like you also don't want to be following like 10,000 people and have like 500 followers, because like that doesn't really add up, right? So like maybe go in and follow like 10 to 15 people a day, but you have to be engaging with those 10 to 15 people that you're following. Like you can't just go follow them and then expect them to follow you back, because that's just not reality, right? So do that 5-3 follow rule, but then go back and engage with those people. There is a way, you guys, I don't know if you know this, but you can save people to like a folder. It's basically like a Pinterest board. So if you go, like I'll show you this on this girl, okay? So the right-hand corner of their post has like a little flaggy looking guy. If you click on it, it's gonna say save to collection. And if you click on save collection, like if you click on that, I already have boards that are like popped up, right? But you'll have nothing down here if you've never created one. And then all you have to do is press this little arrow at the top and you create a board. So you can create like dream team. Like I actually have a dream team board of girls that I have followed and I have found that I absolutely think would be an awesome coach. So like I can go into my dream team. Oops, where'd they go? Oh, I saved that girl to my dream team. So you just click on it and it will save. So to find that, to access those folders, all you do is you go to your page, the top right-hand little 3 bars at the top, it's going to be under saved. Okay. So if you go to, so if you go to saved, all of these are like, it's like a Pinterest board, but it's all the people. So it's saved. It doesn't notify them. I don't think it notifies them. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Actually saying no. It doesn't notify them if you save it. So it's not like they know that you saved it, right? And you can save it to their dream team. So like anybody, like I would say start out at least following 10 new people a day and engaging with them and connecting with them, and then go in and save them to a folder to where you can go back every day and make that part of that 20-minute span. Okay, like you guys, you shouldn't be doing this more than 20 minutes a day. This shouldn't take you more than 20 minutes a day. Okay, that I want to make sure that is clear, because if you're sitting here saying like you're really short on time, you can do this while you poop. Okay, like I know that might be too much information, but you can do it while you're in the bathroom at work. You can do it while you take your bubble bath. You can do it while you're sitting in front of your TV watching TV with your husband. Like you can be doing these things while still living your lives. Okay, so like no more than 20 minutes a day. Set a timer. I have to set a timer because I fall into the rabbit hole, because I love to find new people because it's just fun. So I'm like, oh, rabbit hole of like falling into this rabbit hole and then falling into that. And I could spend like hours and hours and hours doing this, but like that's not really gonna help me, right? So 20 minutes a day, go in and go back and engage with those people. And then if you notice like those people, like you'll notice more and more people are liking your stuff. If you're liking other people's stuff and commenting and really like building a relationship with people, I promise you that those people are going to start watching you and start watching your stories and all that. Rebecca, I know you said when you do the 5-3-1 method, and a person goes to see who you are, should your Insta be public? So I think your Instagram should be public. I know that some people have different opinions about it. It's honestly a personal thing and that's up to you. The reason why I personally think it should be public is just so that more people can find you. If you don't want your Instagram to be public, you guys, it's going to be really hard for you to reach people outside of your like inner circle, because I don't go follow people that are private because I don't know anything about them, right? Like why would I follow someone that I like don't know what they're about? I can't see their feed. I'm personally not gonna go follow them. So I personally think you should, if there's a reason. Like I know I've had teachers that are like, well, I can't share transformations, like legally my school has a contract that we're not allowed to like share certain things. then maybe you might not want to share those things and still keep your thing private. I mean, that's up to you. I would say yes, if you're wanting to really build a business on social media, you guys, you've got to be open. Like the doors have to be open fully to social media, not just to like the people that, you know, does that make sense? Does that answer your question? I don't know if that answered your question. I hope it does. Let's see. And like you guys, I know like some teachers, like I have friends that are teachers that are coaches that are able to share a lot. So like I just said that example because I know one in particular told me like her principal, and like they have like a contract that they're not allowed to share, like, and it's really like she's still allowed to share her journey. She just can't be like in a bikini, which like I think is ridiculous because you can go to the beach and take pictures of your family in a bikini. Like that's so stupid, but whatever. That's not my job, not my, you know, whatever. But I think like you have to, it's your morals. It's what you are able and comfortable doing. But I definitely wouldn't be posting pictures in like thongs, you know, like that's not really my jam, but like if that's what you want to do, that's fine too. Especially if you're a teacher, you probably should not do that. But yeah, like I would definitely make it public. I'm trying to make sure that there was no other questions. Did you guys like this training? Was it helpful? I don't know offhand, by the way, how much pumpkin spice Shakeology is. I'm just trying to see if there's any other questions because we have lots of comments. Does anyone else have questions about social media, growing your Instagram, connecting with new people? Yes, Ashley.
So I just want to say something really quick. And I'm guilty of this too, guys, but I'm telling you this because when I found this out, I was like, holy moly, like that's insane. When you go watch other coaches, your followers, those coaches end up in your followers' feeds. So like if you're going and watching Melanie Mitro, right, top coach, or Ashley Molstead, right, your friends and your followers from you watching those people, that's considering you engaging with those people, your followers then get connected with those people. So I know that it can be so hard, like not to do that, right? You're like, what do I post about today? I'm feeling uninspired. I need to go watch them, see what they're posting. Guys, stay in your lane. Like I promise you, like you speaking your heart, your soul, what you're doing in your life and your journey, that is going to inspire somebody. You watching Ashley Molstead, like love the girl to death, but it's not building your business. What you're doing is you're helping her, right? When your friends watch you, you show up in their friends' newsfeeds. So stay in your lane. Stop watching other coaches, guys. Like, yes, go love bomb on your own coaches. But again, like, you have to remember, like, you are your own brand and you are special and you have a story and you have a message that somebody out there needs to hear. So share it. Share it authentically. Share it every single day. It doesn't matter if it's super messy, if it's super like squirrel brain, like if that's who you are, like be that person, right? Like don't be somebody that you're not. Like share you. I just wanted to share that because I feel like a lot of people don't know that about watching other coaches' stories. But when I found that out, I literally was like, okay, unfollow, 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 unfollow. I do not follow any coaches that are not in my downline or in my direct uplines team. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah. And
I follow Danielle, but we've met in real life.
Yeah. And I think too, you guys, same thing, like, and I meant to say this earlier with your content, like it's okay to get inspiration from other people. But make sure that you're making it into your own, like really don't just change one word because that's not making it into your own. I actually posted this was like probably, I don't know, 6-7 months ago. I posted something that was like super from my heart and like it was about the business. So like, I get that like it could have been part of someone else's story, but like it was my story. Like it was my story. And I had a girl who follows me message me and she said, "Does Beachbody give you like what to post?" And I was like, "What?" And she was like, "Yeah, like I read your post the other day and I thought it was really inspiring and like I just saw it on another girl's post." And it was literally word for word my post. And I was like, what the heck? And I was pissed. Like, I was like, no, dude, like, I spent time creating that content. Like, not okay. So I messaged the girl and I was like, hey girl, like, and I was really nice about it, but I was like, look, like, I get, like, because I was a new coach at one point, so like I totally get like you using me as inspiration. I find it flattering, but like, please don't use my content. Like, at least change the words. Like, she literally changed nothing, like nothing. And I was like, what is happening? You know? So like, again, make sure, like, if you find inspiration from someone, like, you're like, oh, that was a really good post, and like that did speak to me, it is okay to like look at that post and be like, okay, like, what do I feel about this? How could I share this into my story and like rewrite it fully. Don't just change out one or two words, okay? Because that's not fair, and that's not you. Like, and this other girl that messaged me was not a Beachbody coach, was not, you know, and when I told her, I was like, oh no, like, that was my post. And the girl was like, oh my God, like, I'm so sorry. And I was like, no, like, you don't have to be sorry, because you were just letting me know about it. But it's crazy because you don't think like, oh, someone's following me that might be following her. You never know. So if you're using someone else's content, they're going to be like, well, this girl's not real. Like, she's using someone else's content. Make sure you're using your content, okay? And Erin Regan said that happened to me, and the chick had way more success with the post. Like, lemon juice on a paper cut. Yeah, but that's also too, like, you have to think like, yeah, I mean, it's frustrating, but like, those aren't her words. So like, even if, so say the girl signed someone up from that, like that person that connected with that post will soon know and realize like, that girl, that's not that girl. You know what I mean? Like, people get to know you through your posts. Like, I have people, and I know we're going over time, so we can definitely like end this soon, because I have to pee. I've literally been sitting here like a 5-year-old, like shaking my butt because I have to pee so bad. What was I saying? I even I get very distracted. Oh, I like have people that are on my social media that I've connected with that truly, like, when we meet in person, they're like, oh, like, you're just like you are on social media. I'm like, yeah, how else would I be? Like, this is me, right? Like, I share the good, the bad, the ugly. I don't wear makeup often. I'm like goofy and silly and do dance parties and just act a fool, but like, that is me, right? So like, if you are trying to and posting like someone else, people, when they really meet you, or when they do join your boot camps, or when they do join your team, they're going to be like, well, this is weird, because like, this is not who I signed up with, right? And I've actually met some top coaches that portray to be very bubbly and friendly and like super outgoing on social media. And I know it's a little bit easier to do that than it is to do, you know, in person. But then like, I've met them in person and they are nothing like their social media. And I'm like, okay, like, this is awkward, you know, because like, you go to say hi to someone and I don't know, it's just awkward, and like, you can feel it. So like, don't be like that. Like, be who you are. It's okay to be weird. It's okay to embrace that. It's okay to like be goofy and silly and do whatever you normally would do, because you're gonna connect with other people that are just like that. Okay. So I love you guys. I have to go pee. So I hope you'll have a great night, and we will see you next Monday, guys. Bye, everybody.